It's Autumn Blossom and welcome back to the channel. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm very tired today because I was on a close last night, so I didn't get in till 2:30 in the morning. But I decided that I was going to do a right for the day challenge. I got this idea from Kate Kavanagh and I'll leave a link to her channel down below. Today I thought I'd go start easy and write like an author whose work I know quite well. Victoria Aveyard is my author of choice today. I recently almost finished her Red Queen series. I have the last book to read yet, but I feel like her writing is very action-packed, and I know that today I'm going to be writing a fight, a very big fight in my own story. So who better to write like than someone who writes about a war? From research, she normally gets up quite early, gives the morning to herself and get everything that's not to do with writing done, and then spends the rest of the day at her desk writing. So I'm going to give my room a clean, get some clothes ready for my holiday, and then I think I might walk the dog just to get some fresh air, and that's it, on to writing. I'm probably gonna have to get through today with a lot of caffeine. But let's get on with it. So it is, oh, maybe I'm gonna watch.
It's 8:53 a.m.
I was planning on walking the dog, but it keeps raining on and off again, quite heavily today, and I don't fancy getting stuck in a field in the middle of the rain. So instead I'm going to carry on listening to my audiobook, do a bit of cross stitching methinks, and just have a little bit of a relaxing morning until I had to start writing. From my research, in an interview, she said that she began writing about 10:30 in the morning, but she never really set herself a goal, so my plan is to do 2,500, as I'm going to be writing till about 6 tonight. But she also listens to music, and this is where I feel like we're going to struggle, because I can't listen to music when I'm writing, especially if the music has words in it. So I might try and get myself some classical music on and try that out and see how that fares, because hearing people speak distracts me. So I might just put on a classical playlist and see how that goes. She normally writes for about 7 hours, so I'll be finishing around 5 p.m. But she takes breaks, and I need to make sure that I eat well and things like that. So let's just get on with this morning. About an hour left. So I also have decided that it's a new month starting tomorrow, so time to start a new book list in a sense. I managed to read 2 of the 3 books that I planned to this month. So I have decided that I will put the name back in the box, and if I pull it out again, then I shall read it. It'll have little words in it. Oh dear. There we go. It's a book of 804 pages, so methinks that I will only be reading this month. But just in case, I will pull another name out of the hat as a backup. The Winter of the Witch. The Winter of the Witch. If I do finish this, that's my book to read. But for now, it is 10 o'clock. I am going to put on some music and begin writing. I am feeling kind of tired, and like my eyes feel very, very tired. I might have to put my glasses on. Hopefully I don't get too distracted and I can get this done. So let's get to it. So it is now 10 to 12. I'm gonna have something to eat and watch a little bit of YouTube for a time. I've written 2,201 words, so I'm definitely going to be going over my word count goal, which is great. I am struggling writing this fight scene, and I feel like I'm rambling, but that's all in the editing process. I just need to get the story written, I feel, and get past it. So yeah, I'm going to take a bit of a break. Feeling a bit worn down, but we're keeping to it. So it is now 12:30 and I've had my break. I've had a cup of tea, I've eaten, and it's about to get back to writing. I am struggling writing this fight scene, and I know for a fact that I'm going to have to change a lot of things about it. But also, considering it is only 12:30 and I'm meant to be writing till 5, I feel like I actually might get really far in this, actually near the end, by the end of the day, depending on how the rest of the chapters go. At the minute, I'm struggling to write powers and how like it would feel, because obviously this is something that we will never feel, and whether or not there is a strain to use powers, or if you use your powers to force someone to stop, do you feel that force? And to describe something that literally doesn't exist is very bizarre, but I think it's going okay. I don't know. I could have just rambled for an hour. I can't believe that Victoria Aveyard actually writes for this amount of time. I'm assuming that this is including research as well, because she'd be popping books out left, right and centre if this was her routine. But let's get back to it. Also, I've been listening to some music, and at the moment I've been listening to this classic playlist that I have that you normally listen to when I'm reading, and it's been okay, except for the fact that the music's been kind of soft and relaxed, and I'm writing a fight scene, so it's kind of hard to get into it. So I'm going to change it to some lo-fi, though that obviously is no more exciting than classical music. So I've been writing for another hour or so. It's now 2 o'clock. I finished the fight chapter and now I'm moving on. Though I feel kind of stuck. I feel like I've kind of wrote myself into kind of a corner and I'm not quite sure where or how to write this chapter because I've been so focused on other things. So I'm gonna struggle. But from my plan, because I decided to plan ages ago, I decided to plan this all out almost chapter by chapter. Take that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently I have 4 chapters left to write. Though I did plan to only have 40 or so chapters and I'm on 57, so whether or not I have 4 chapters left to write or not is dependent on what I feel like writing. But so far so good, considering I have basically another 3 hours to go of writing. I think it's going pretty well, and I think that I'll be close or near to finishing. On NaNoWriMo, I'm on 65,000 words and my goal is 75, so I only need another 10,000 words to hit my word count goal. Though, whether or not that actually finishes the book or novel, it doesn't matter. It was just a guess of how long it should be. Hopefully I can get this done. I feel kind of weird, like I don't want to carry on because I don't want it to finish, or I have no idea whatsoever. So my back was starting to hurt sitting in that chair, so I've moved to the bed now. I'm at, for this session, I've written another 1,585 words. It's going pretty well, but I'm creating conflicts that I'm not too sure I can handle. Or whether or not it's necessary. But it's going well. So that's my writing for today. I've just done another 1,010 words. It is 4:30 and I've decided that I'm not going to write anymore and just plan out what I want to write for this next chapter, because this is almost the last chapter. Literally after this I'm done, and I almost don't want it to be done, but also I know that it's a very long, important chapter with a lot of detail that needs to be put into it, so I need to think it through a little before I start it. And I wouldn't want to start it with only half an hour left to do today. So yeah, today's been an odd one. I've enjoyed it and I've been able to get a lot done. If I just quickly add up what I've written today, 6,822 words, making my word count 68,023. So I'm really not that far off. I've got to do quite a lot of quite a lot of planning and plotting for the next couple of chapters. I think it's 2, because there's going to be a lot of plot in the very last bit of the book, as I plan to continue it and write more than one. I enjoy dedicating a whole how many hours to writing, though I think I am definitely more into writing small amounts regularly than large amounts in one sitting. And comparing this to my 2,000 words a day for a week, I preferred doing that more than I did this. Though that could be because I am quite tired and I did close last night, so I don't know. I mean, also I'm going on holiday, so maybe I just want to do that rather than this. Priorities. But it has been really good, and I feel like it is coming together, though I realise that I have kind of taken the story and relationships in the story completely in the other direction. So I'm going to have to problem solve a bit with that. Really, to conclude, Victoria Aveyard's writing routine really isn't that complicated, and she has in a way been able to master her full-time career, where she has time to do her own things as well as write. Writing for almost 5 hours straight is a great way to get work done, but I think the issue is that it could also create quite a lot of writing blocks. Whether or not she comes across them is completely unknown to me. I mean, the whole concept of, even if you cannot think of anything to write, just sit and look at the computer or your paper, do not do anything else. That's something I would be able to do, though I know quite a few authors do. I regret not being able to go out and take the dog for a walk. I feel like that would have also created a different mindset for today, and maybe I would have felt a little bit more refreshed. All in all, I managed to write 4 different chapters today, and I am 2 chapters, if that, off finishing it. So I am very happy. It is something that I would like to do again, but I think what I'm going to do is base it around authors that I have read. So, for instance, I've just finished The Hobbit, so taking Tolkien's writing routine and adapting it to fit my life and see how that affects my writing, that'd be quite interesting. But, you know, I've got the Priory of Orange Tree, and let's see how that goes. You never know, I might find some inspiration in that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to hit subscribe and that bell icon to get a notification every time I upload. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.